and welcome in. I'm the coach, and you're watching Madden Ultimate Team. We've been waiting for this one all week, and the wait is finally over. It's time to play ball.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Taken in at the 3. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta.
In a storied career that has spanned 14 seasons and nearly 60,000 yards through the air, we're seeing a brand new chapter for Matt Ryan this year. With Atlanta in a rebuild, Ryan was dealt to Indianapolis, who was their 6th Week 1 quarterback in 6 seasons. One of the most decorated quarterbacks still active, this move will keep Ryan on a contender as he chases his first career Super Bowl title.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, you know the psyche of these quarterbacks can be very fragile at times. We wonder how he'll react now. Pick 6 on the very first throw for him in the game.
And I think his teammates are just staring at him right now, wanting to know what his psyche is. They're going to check his body language. They're going to see how he reacts. Best thing he can do is probably go to the bench and crack a joke. Just let him know, hey, I'm okay. We're going to be fine, because he has to bounce back from it. But if he takes it too seriously, he's probably going to go right in the tank.
Mahomes will throw for it. That's caught. And it's very quickly 8-0. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action, Ryan. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Sacked there by Bruce Smith. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now Ryan. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a man who needs no introduction. One of the most exciting players in all the sports. Now in his 6th season out of Texas A&M, Patrick Mahomes. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Dublin with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Mahomes now to throw. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Open man is Keyshawn Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Here's a give to Mixon. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll try and run with Mixon. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mixon up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Well, that's caught downfield by Kittle. Touchdown! George Kittle, 39 yards. And the Antlers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it's 15-0. A 10-play drive that time. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. Finding room at midfield. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they've been seeking.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. They're going right back to Pittman. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, 35 yards. And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. One more go for this offense in the first half. And with an 8-point lead, probably not too much of an impetus to try and do too much here. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Antlers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter. Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Complete. It's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 108 yards rushing here for Mixon. He's got a first down. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Mixon. Down to the 42, second down. I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Looking to throw is Mahomes. Quick completion here to Johnson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point. Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Miami as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 10 more there and another first down. When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play. Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money. Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mixon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Another try for Mixon. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Antlers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Ryan. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Ryan to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. Under pressure, and down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. That sack backs Ryan and the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. And he'll find Pittman. And out across midfield down to the 45. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. After the sack on 1st down, Ryan looking deep for Hilton. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance. Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.